You know when you're sitting there mindlessly going on in your own little world and then that shit happens. Basically, our router just reset itself. The fun and games of modern technology come to me. That's literally that was just not cool, man. That wasn't cool at all. Oh, bums to the internet sometimes. Yeah, so I'm back now. Welcome again. That's so annoying. So annoying. Twitch back as well? Twitch is back. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's really annoying. So basically, the router just went, nope. Just router. Stream didn't crash. Computer didn't crash. The router decided, I want to reset now because, you know, going to make your life more difficult. So, yay me. Anyways, I'm back. Right, so now we've done that. So yeah, 4,600 ounces of gold. So that puts us... Does that change our position at all? I'm 25th. I'm alright. Anyways, I'll go and see about my employees because someone wants to work for me. Yay! Do do do. Do 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 do. Workers' rights awaiting. Right, you are a trommel. No, I don't need you. I have a person working on my trommel right now. But I mean, if I hire him and he starts gaining experience, and then at level 70, I can just change his job. That would be awesome. So he's done. He's at the 53, 70. Fantastic. Upgrade. Confirmed. You are now a level 3 mechanic. Do stuff faster, basically. 53, 18. Yeah. Should actually, you know what? I'm going to take him off because I'm going to fire him, and I'm actually going to use the guy that we just hired. And the reason why is because he's 33%. He's just off of going up. So I'm going to assign him, and we're all good. You're an excavator driver, but you're not in an excavator. So I'm basically him. I want to get him up to, like, I want him to become another mechanic. So I'm waiting until he gets level 3. So he's fine. Level 17 front loader. Yeah. We're getting there. Staff members are starting to roll in. Staff members are starting to roll up. So that's good. Right. Now, the big thing is I've got to finish off that end. Oh. Right, here we go then. Actually, how much water have I got left? We have got 690,000. Let's chuck in the rest so I don't run out. Paranoia is starting to take over. There we go. Fill that up. Awesome. You just need to be pushed on G, and now your conveyor belt is working. Get down to the next one. Don't really care. Oh, the water source is filled up. Yes, that is good. Doesn't matter because I'm using the water tower. Whoa. There we go. Right. As long as it doesn't rain, it won't be that dark. So that'll be fine. Do 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 do. Right, and off we go again. Nom 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 nom. Dirt muncher. Make sure it's still turned on. Yeah, it's all turned on. The water's flowing. It's all good. The hydraulic hose on this might break though. If it does, I'll go and get some reinforcements. It's just I haven't upgraded things to reinforced just yet, but I should, because if I'm gonna leave all this stuff out in the winter, which I am, I might start ripping it all apart. If I hit into the winter time, and then I'll be like, right, okay, what we'll do is I'll change over all of my stuff. So all of the hoses and stuff just get switched over to reinforced. It just means I spend like a couple of hours maybe replacing all the stuff that can break, and then I just carry on. I'll skip through permafrost, and then we'll just work our way out into the spring. So I might start doing that towards sort of like maybe 2 days before the end of like autumn, but it does still mean I've got like a ton of time left. Well, I've got 7 days till autumn, and then I'll have 10 days of autumn, so I've got 17 in-game days to go, which is about, I don't know, about 16 hours, I think it is. So you just keep playing. I don't know how long an actual season is. I think a whole season is like 32 hours long. So I don't know. It's just a lot of time. I spent 51.5 hours playing Hybridsteel in the last 2 weeks. That's because you're on half term. Yep. Well, you'll see it. Like when I get around to making videos again for Hybridsteel, I'll spend like, I don't know, it'll probably be something stupid like 80-90 hours in a week playing that game, because I'll be recording and doing stuff, making sure the info's right, double checking everything, editing videos and stuff, and that's like a week. It almost becomes a full-time job when like creating stuff for it, because I want it to be good and I want it to have like the right information in this time. And I think in my previous versions I would say that I probably wasn't as accurate as I should be, maybe. So what I want to do is I want to produce for the new DLC, I want to produce like an all-size guide for it, so it covers everything. And then I want to do a let's play like series for Hybridsteel as well. So basically start off on a new plot, do all the stuff, get the new machines and whatever is around, and then basically treat it like an actual sort of, you know, a play-by-play thing with actual tips and stuff in it as well. Welcome, Random Channel. How you doing, bud? I haven't even really been playing in the world. I've just yeah. Why did the stream reset? My router reset. So my router decided, hey, you know, what, you've been online for 2 hours. I think it's time to kick you off now and just do a reset of the cache and everything. So yeah, it's all good. It's just basically what routers do sometimes. Fairly annoying, but you know what? It has to be done sometimes. So yeah, so it reset my stream. So I will label the original as part 1, and then I'll label this one as part 2. And then it just means that people know what happened. That's if they watch the whole thing. People do, though. There we go. Yeah, every time that highlights yellow on the side, it's like it's one step closer to being broken. One step beyond. It'll break. Alright. So close. Dirt is getting so close. Being excavated by myself. Name the original song. The original lyrics were so low. Go, you got me so low. I don't want to go on living in this world without you. It was like a breakdown chorus of a song. It would sound better, but my voice sucks right now. Don't you dare do that. It's taken you just over a month to get all the achievements, Nigeria. Yeah, it was about the same for me over the course of like 4 streams, basically. But I did only do it for like a couple hours a day. I think when I was doing the veg, I put a bit more like offline time into that because it was a bit of a pain. But I mean, all the achievements can be earned in about a week if you just like grind every day for a week. Yep. The thing is you've played it since January 13th to the 17th. How many hours have you got in the game already? Like in as a whole, from the day you started playing it to now. $256. So the last 51 the last 51 hours you've done, is that basically you just aiming for the achievements? Yeah, so to put this into perspective, if you would have just done like the last 51 hours from start to now, you can do all the achievements in 1 week. But like I said, it's like constant grind. You'll be doing like 13-hour days on Hydroneer. What do you think about my farming setup? I haven't looked. If I'm going to be brutally honest, I haven't when I'm on the Hydroneer Discord, I'm usually in like nerd chat at the moment. Or if someone tags me in, like someone did today. Someone tagged me and they were talking about the light bulbs and stuff in the game, and it's like, where do I get bulbs like this? And it's me sitting again in front of a short. I'm like, yeah, cheers for finding my little video there. It's awesome. Sort of, that's weird. It's weird. Some of my shorts do get like consistent views. They just chug along in the background. They're quite. It's pretty nifty. Nerd voice is locked. Yes, this is because you haven't been pulled in to be a nerd yet. You could have a chat with Itchy, but I don't know if there has to. I think there has to be like a time constraint of when you can go into nerd voice, because you have to be seen as a nerd. Some people are seen as nerds. Some people are just seen as like they post on the Hydroneer Discord. You might get like the likes and stuff, but yeah. It's like a weird ranking system. Yeah, I don't know how many. I can't remember how much you need to be a nerd. I was on 92. Cool. I think you're getting closer then. The thing is being a Hydroneer nerd is you start being seen as like a resource. Oh yeah, I'll listen to this guy because he's got this on his profile. Gray, how you doing, guys? Yeah, I'm doing alright, man. Thank you very much. Getting there. Rocks are washing, wash plants are washing. It's all good. Right, I've got to flatten all this out now. Because there's not a lot of gold left on this top layer, so if I'm just going to knock it off, and then we just need to dig out the last 2 squares, and then we can start working that way towards the Frank's origins. And I have to move this because I need to get my bulldozer in there to flatten it all off. It's all fun and games. All fun and games. The thing is I'm going to be brutally honest, no one ever really talks in nerd voice. Well, in the nerd channel where they talk, yeah, there's a few of us. It's normally Roboclast, myself, Cherry, and Steve. Everyone else is normally a little bit more quieter. Don't know why. It's just one of those things. I think you might be going up in the ranks though, because if we've been pulled into beta, I think our pokes get reset. So yeah, that's why people will be above us. So right, all of this I'm just going to dig through. I just need to like level this out because I'm going to be digging through it, but I'm going to be digging out that back wall as well. So I just need to get my thingy up on this last section, and then we'll be all good, and then we'll be fine, and then I can just start digging straight down. Which is the ultimate plan. The plan. Ugh. Right. You go up against there. And you go that way. And then we are ready. And that is all she wrote. See, 1500, that's about my normal. Chuck that off. Rightio. Now we just roll it into position, take out those last two, and then we can just take everything. Alright. Glacier Creek is almost broken. Oh no, it's a shame. It's alright, everything needs to be replaced on things anyway. There we go. Right, now it's going to get a little bit quicker. Because instead of just digging through everything, I just need to finish off these 2 blocks. And then we're just digging the floor. Oh, come on. I hate it when it piles up like this. It's like, gotta take off this bit here. I can't. Things are in the way. Good evening, Ron. I hope I pronounced that right. Probably didn't. Very sorry if I didn't. Was it Ron? Ron van der Heerden. I'm not very good with foreign names, I'm very sorry. I try. It's child. Okay. Or chilled. Why did I just dump all that lot off the conveyor belt? Ah, I'm a moron. What is wrong with you? Your excavator should never like smack out like this. Hello and good evening, Che. How you doing, bud? Welcome to the live stream. That's doing my head in. So what's that? I just can't hit a target. How do the mechanics work? Well, basically, they look after all broken stuff on the land. They just go bits and pieces, and they go, right, we need to fix this, and this, and this, and they just upgrade it as much as they can, and then they go away from it. I think their minimum fix is like 50%, and they just basically then just move on to the next piece of equipment that needs working on. That's really about it. And then as they level up, they just repair things faster, so they can get around your plot a lot more. Now, if you've got like 2 or 3 mechanics, it's ideal. Nothing ever breaks down them, which is sort of what I'm aiming for. I need like 3 mechanics, really, because I had that at the end of the last game, and it just played so much easier. Like, I never had to worry about anything breaking down. They just moved on, fixed shit, and then carried on. It's just how it was. It was good. So basically, I've taken on a couple of extra employees now who they can't do their jobs because there isn't a job for them, but I've hired them, so technically I'm paying them to do nothing, so I can turn them into mechanics. Because when they get to level 70, which is XP 70, they can be retrained. So I'm looking to retrain a couple of my spare employees into mechanics, so I don't have to worry about like fixing stuff. That's how it's going to be. Which, if you think about it, makes a lot of sense. Unless my next couple of employees that come through the door are mechanics, and I'll just hire them in and then fire the other guys. So I won't need them. But you just have to assign them to the plot of land you're working on. I think I may have broken my oh no, it's stopped now. It's only doing it when I'm in out the excavator. No. Oh, that's a little bit annoying. We might have to just do a reset on this, just quick. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Yeah. I need to number one, I need to just move this. This is my own stupid fault, this. I'm gonna need to doze it. It's okay, that's what my dozer is for. Shouldn't have done that. This would have been easier if I could lift that higher. That should be enough just to like level it out a bit and then just bring it back down. Use the excavator to clean it up. But it's just annoying. But it just happens. Yeah, maybe. We'll line it up first, then we'll go from there. What I should do need to move it into like a more central section. So that should just about do it. Oh, I need to bring it down a bit, but yeah. So conveyor belt. Up we go. And then we should be perfect. Need to go fill that one up. Go in the hole. There we go. How you doing, Gad? Come in, bud. Alright, this one's almost out of fuel as well. Oh dear. Go. Right. How much are we up to? 84%. Rightio, we've got a bit more digging to do. Not too bad though. Got to move this big patch of like globule crap that I've just pulled out. Don't need that. I should have tried to restart leaderboard. Soon I could get to the claim. You could have got to it. Oh, okay. So they opened it up. They did open it up for everybody. Just for some reason they chose not to let people know. Very strange, man. It is really odd. Rivertown is closed now. This is so strange. Like, I wonder why they're doing this. I mean, there's enough gold in Rivertown itself to move yourself over to Nighthawk straight away. But I don't understand why they've opened and closed Rivertown and Pine Valley. It's very, very odd. Okay. That's fair. I mean, if it's a bug, it's a bug, but still really odd. Anyways, yeah, Pine Valley would be... I mean, for the how fast people can dig, I mean, some of the people like Split, they could easily get... You could get Nighthawk in a week. I did. Oh, well, you can get Nighthawk in just a couple of days. I already did compact drills. I made a video about it. I did a compact entire setup for tier 1 where you could fit the entire sorting system and the drill on a 6 square thing. Like, you know, the big concrete squares. 6 of those, and you can get an entire setup on them. That's fair. Yeah, Rivertown sucked last year. Or the last season, sorry. Subscribed at tier 1. They subscribed for 3 months. I can't read your name. It's that blue's horrible. Improbe. There you go. I can read that one. Thank you very much for being there for 3 months. It's most appreciated, buddy. Don't forget, guys, if you do have Amazon Prime and you're not using your Prime to subscribe to somebody, you can subscribe to this channel on Amazon Prime and it won't cost you a single penny. It costs Amazon money, not you. So you can become a Prime subscriber on Twitch and it won't cost you a single penny. Isn't that just amazing? Damn it. Right. Gotta go. Gotta go. Right, they're done. As in no pipe wasted. Take a look at what I mean. Yeah, I'm guaranteed I've probably done it. How many franks am I running? 3. I'm guarantee I've probably done this. Right. You put it in media. Right, so I'm gonna find you a video quick. Hydroneer compact build. There you go. The whole thing, your entire build will sit on a 6 square block. So have fun with that. That was my compact build. Right, need that little spade or trowel, and then we'll dig it out. So my build is your drill, harvester, and enough sorters for most of your elements. This was before the additions of ore, like corestone and onyx. So I do need to build a new one at some point. But I mean, going by the trailer DLC, the trailer for the DLC, you've got another like ore element coming. I think that was diamond. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to see if I can build another more compact build. Don't drink too much, mate. You'll go to the toilet in the bed. Logan, don't drink too much or you'll be wet in the bed. And if you wet the bed, you'll clean it up this time. Oh. Yeah, we were doing that as well. Have a look at how people started building after I was releasing videos. Everyone's builds all look the same. It's all about like just pipe work mainly, and like working out how to chain it all together. I heard. I know there is, Ben. How to find out if anybody's in the beta? Click on their Discord profile in that Discord, and then it shows you what they're dealing with right now. Yeah. It's like a chronicle of history. You can find out what every member in that Discord has done, how long they've been there for, and all the stuff they've got added to over the time. It never gets reset, so you just see the list of what like everyone's done for the game, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's like wearing badges of honor for a certain thing. It's basically why I couldn't say anything the other day. But as it's all made public now, yes, I can. Don't forget to hit the like button. This is part 2 of the stream. Eason on Twitch. Thank you very much for following me over there, buddy. It's most appreciated. Sorry, I've only just seen it. So the only problem with playing this game is I get like really drawn in and I forget I've got other screens. So if you are still there, thank you. Most appreciated. Yeah, that's a real game changer. Like not lagging when you've got like 100 pieces of stuff in a pan. Oh, it's just glorious. Not like, and also it works on the Hydra truck as well that he's fixed. It's like, yes, thank you. So the Hydra truck technically shouldn't have any lag when you like bulk up on stuff now. That goes along with that fix with the pan. And as that pan is like, yeah, it's awesome. It's public as well. It's amazing. So many little fixes over the last sort of like couple of weeks. They've been really good. No, so yeah, you should be able to put in like let's say your threshold rate was like 100 pieces of stuff in a pan, and your computer would start lagging. Now it shouldn't. I'm not sure how he's done it. I think he's changed the weight of framework for the actual pan, but I don't know. But whatever he's done is it just makes it all work wonderfully, like how you think it should have worked like 2 years ago, and now it actually works like that way. It's really good. Does it also work for the cards? I'm pretty sure, yeah. But these are all public fixes because you're now in. Just go on to Hydra quickly. What version are you guys playing in? Like the base game, it should be like 3.0 or something now. Yep. It means pans, carts, Hydra trucks, everything. If you load them up with a lot of items, let's put it that way, it shouldn't lag at all anymore. How do I find out what version? Basically, load up the game and look in the top right hand corner of the menu. So when you're in the menu screen, it's like playing the music and you've got the menu down the side. Look in the top right or top left. It should tell you what version of the game you're running. But yeah, if you ever want to find out who's who in the Hydroneer Discord, or actually in any Discord, if you click on someone's profile, it shows you everything that person has earned or what they've been added to. So in most of the ones I join, it's more like Hybridsteel, he's a content creator, does YouTube, and I'm like, okay, cool. But if you look in the Hydroneer one, you see everybody like who's participated in previous betas and everything else. It's like, it's awesome. It does not. It should do. Oh, try look around the screen. I mean, it might be in the bottom right, but it should be above the co-op thing or the multiplayer bit. Or actually, go into patch notes. Yeah, look in the patch notes section. Whichever patch note is your last one you've had, that's the version you're running. Which means if you're running, like, you might need to update Steam. Just fighting my way through this mountain of stuff now. Yeah, water source is dried up. That's okay. I'm using the tower. .2.2.5 back in July last year. Okay, yeah. So he'll probably update it at some point. But yeah, it's basically all the stuff that's being shown now. So he showed you the pan one. So when this all updates to the next version, all this should be fixed for like everybody. So you have to wait until the patch, which is, like he said, is when the DLC comes out. There's gonna be like a load of stuff coming out for the game that's just going to improve the base game as well. That's one of the improvements. When I saw that, I was like, oh, it's going to be so good. So it just means that everything should be completely fine. Until when that patch goes in, that's when it'll all work. But right now, it's still old school. So 2.2 is basically where you're at. I always thought it was 2.3 for some reason. I think it's just because the game was updated so much since I've been in it. It's like it's all just started to blur together. Do do do. Ba-da, ba-ba-da. Also, did you hear about Disney today? Or yesterday, I think it was. Actually, I think this came in yesterday. They're being sued by another group of people, but not Gina Carano. I mean, her lawsuit is still going through, but now I think they're being sued by the feds, who are basically going up against the like sexist and racist hiring of their company. So because they feel that like certain groups are not being hired, like white men and white women, you're not being hired because you're white. So they're seeing it as a racist thing now. So I think they're filing a lawsuit against Disney for being racist, which I thought was quite funny considering they've been trying to like oust white people for like so many years in Disney now. I'm pretty sure that's how the lawsuit's going to go, and I think they'll probably win it. Hate clearing little bits of dirt like this. There's nothing of interest in this section here. Just got to dig it out. Right, what are we up to? About 68% roughly because of the stuff that's on the belts. You give up on the front loader? No, I'm just now digging down. So I've already churned out, like, basically I wanted to get the front loader in because I was just digging out this section. But because I'm now at the end of my gold wall, which is, I'll show you the map, here. There's no point in going after anything else, so now I'm just digging down. That's the plan. Actually, I should highlight that square, that one there. There you go. So I'm just going to be basically digging down now. So I'm just digging through like 7 meters of soil for every block, which is good considering how much gold is in this map. So should be alright. I'm just going to leave for like the last like 5 meters. But now I'm at the back of it. I don't need the loader anymore. How you doing, John? Welcome, dude. But yeah, it's just the long sort of like trek through digging out everything now. Oh, I have 3. We go all the way from here to the wash plant. Back from work. Welcome back. Hope it wasn't a horrible day. $3 francs, $8 million in the bank, $4 million in gold. I'm all good. It was a bad day. Ah, oh, bugger. I hate that. You have a bad day, you come home and you're just like, I don't want to go back anymore. What's your total gold? About 28,000 ounces right now. Basically, I've had a couple of days where I haven't been able to play as much because I ain't been well. I went to the dentist. I've had a couple of just wonky ones basically. So yeah, I just haven't been able to play as much as I want to. Like normally, I mean, my last leaderboard, I was putting in a good couple of hours in the day, and then yeah, this one's been a bit more ropier because of just things that have happened. Kids being on a half term to start with has been a little bit more of a pain, so I haven't really been able to do as much. So it's okay. At the end of the day, like I said, I knew with this season for me it was just going to be another like, I'm going to chill back, I'm going to enjoy the stream, and I'm going to enjoy the other stuff. But I wasn't really in much of a rush because I knew I wasn't gonna sort of like do as well. But yeah, I'm doing better than I was last season, because last season by this point, you know what? Where are we? We're day 9. Give me a sec, because I still have my old records from what I was doing before. I have my old videos. YouTube.com. Let's have a look at my playlist and go like this time last season. So I need to go to my channel. I need to go to playlists. Leaderboard 30. Where were you? Treasure Hunter. Leaderboard stream. 21 videos. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, day 7, day 8, day 9. Day 9, I was doing what looks like my first run on Nighthawk. So let's have I'm going to look into this now. So yeah, day 9 on Nighthawk, I'd bought all the equipment. I'm looking for my gold total at this point. At this point, it was Season 2, Day 12. So Season 2, Day 12. I'm on Season 2, Day 15. So I'm 3 days ahead of myself in time. And at this point, by the looks of it, I'd only just started buying all my equipment. And I only had 800,000 left. I'm literally just trying to find like a leaderboard section. Like Day 11 would be a lot more like up to where I am now. Right, okay, here we are. Okay, so last season, so day 13 or 14, I had 11,000 ounces of gold. I'm a lot calmer this season. Yeah, because I know what I'm doing. I had 11,000 ounces of gold this time last season. So I've doubled what I had before. In fairness, like this, I've had a lot more gold in this run than I did last time, but I've almost tripled what I had before. But that's the thing, is like in my first season I didn't know what I was, I didn't know how fast I had to do things. I wasn't prepared of like the cost and stuff. So okay, yeah, I've tripled it basically. But 11,000 ounces after like 9 days, 10 days. Well, that was day 11, so I'm way ahead of myself as I was before. And I've got all, so where that second frank is in the middle is where this gold field finishes. So I've got all this to dig back, which is going to be fun. So I've got to dig all that backwards whilst I'm on the floor. So I've got a lot of digging still to do. I've probably done, I don't know, about 20,000 ounces so far out of this section. And now I'm going back on it all. And there's a lot of gold in this one. A lot of gold. Like it's ridiculous how much gold there is in this. So let's just choose a random tile. Let's do 437. I'm going to be digging through down to about 7.9 meters, which is 5.59 ounces per cubed meter. So I've got all of this to dig through just to get to where I want to be, and that's one of the richest sections of that block. And then I've got the same on this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. They're all just ridiculous amounts of gold. What does the role tester mean? It basically means I'm a tester it basically means you're a tester for the game. So if we get pulled into beta testing or anything, we're one of the first people to get pulled in. We normally get Max telling us, hey, we're going to be doing this, this, and this. And we've opened up these special bits of Discords only for you guys, so you can go and test the game. Basically, you're frontline. You are the first person in. So it's like a very small handful of people that actually get pulled into it. Bum, bum, bum. If you end up beta testing, how do you actually get to test the new version of the game? Okay, so go and check my profile on the Hybridsteel thing. And then have a look through all the stuff that's on my profile and then tell me which one you're interested in. Because there's a lot of them that I've been a part of. And then I can explain exactly how all that worked. Because that's all the just joys of testing. Testing DLC and stuff's a lot more difficult, but it's still simple, but it's more, there's a little bit more sort of like their side of things they have to deal with. How do you end up with access in the beta versions test? So, what happens is you get, normally it's a beta announcement from Max, because obviously if you're down as a tester, you'll get an announcement from Max saying, hey, we're going to be testing out this version of the game, or this DLC, this, that and the other, so on and so forth. Your keys will be sent to you, and so on and so forth. And basically what happens is we get a beta key within the game, and that's what happens in every beta test I've ever been in. Well, the way that Hybridsteel do it and the team there is they basically have a bot set up ready to give you a random numbered generated key for the game, and then you have a password that you have to enter into Steam, and it allows you access into beta, and then that's how you test it. From there you get given the next version of the game that Max has updated himself, so he puts through a beta version of the game. You get people like me and Cherry and Steve and a few others. We jump into it, we look at it and go, right, what can we break? So, like for example, in previous versions of the game, one of the things that I always enjoyed was chucking something on the back of the quad bike, because the times I've done that, I put a pile of money on the back of the quad bike, and the quad bike would just fly off into the atmosphere and spin out. It's like, yeah, I think this is still broken. So then that would get fixed. You have to report everything that you see that's wrong with the game, like how fast the wheels are spinning on the Hydra truck when things are dry. Yeah, so basically, you're given a Steam key if it's like a different version of the game. So for like other games I've done betas for in the past, if they release an expansion pack, normally that's just an addition to the base game. If it's a DLC, like I've done before as well, what they'll do is you'll get put into the beta for that game, and then they have to send you a beta DLC key that then you put it into Steam, and it gives you access to that build. So that's what they do, and then they can update the beta on Steam, and then you on the DLC will sit there and just go, okay, things have been changed, time for me to break things again. And basically, if you find a problem with the game, you normally have to fill out a little form, say you've got this problem, and then that gets fixed. And then what you do is you go back through the form. If the game gets updated from, like, let's say 6.7a to 6.7b, everything that you have found in the original version, so you have to run through all the stuff that's been broken before, and then you have to retest all of the stuff again. And then you just go out into the world, play the game through again, and see if you can break the game in any other way. That's literally how beta testing works. It's boring. I get that some people just enjoy it, but QA is like, quality assurance on gaming is just slow. So, and you have to do things repeatedly. Like every version of the game, if you break something, you have to retest that in the next version of the game just to make sure that it works. And then you have to test it again and again until the game goes out. Hey, I think we fixed all the bugs, or this one doesn't break anymore, and then you can carry on and play the game some other way and try and break the game again. So the one thing that I tried to focus on when I get into a beta, I play the game as a noob. So it's like, okay, how would I start? Alright, I'm going to go and dig a hole. I'm going to go and get some... And this is how I've tested Hybridsteel every time I've played it. Steve would normally just go in and try and just break the game, and that's just how he is. I play the game as a noob and try and figure out if there's any way of, like, a new person to break the game, like just buying basic equipment or throwing stuff down a well or that sort of thing. And that's how I beta test. I beta test from scratch every time. And yeah, so that's how I do it. And then I move on to things like, can I ram this truck through a rock, or does it just bounce off of like signs, that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, with Hybridsteel, the original beta testing we've done in the past, like for like when we went from 1.7 to 2.0, that was like the biggest jump that our Hybridsteel took, and that was one of those times where we sat there and just went, things have really changed. And then me, Steve, and Cherry would go out and we'd go and break the game again. And like I said, the only thing that we didn't test, and it was a tiny, like the one thing we didn't test in 2.0, and it was literally a freaking pipe in the shop, and it was the only thing that none of us we didn't think of it. You couldn't steal anything else in the entire bloody game, and Let's Game Out steals a flipping pipe. And that was it. That was the one thing we overlooked. And he made a video about it, and as soon as it came out, Max was like, I've got to patch this. Patched it up as soon as that video was released. And then we had an influx of users in the Discord, and they were all like, hey, I've just watched Let's Game Out's video. I can't steal the pipe anymore. Yeah, because it's been fixed. That was the joys of beta testing. But yeah, that was the one thing we missed. And yeah, Josh took full advantage of that. I mean, in standard game, I noticed you can clip through a small section in the Hydro truck. Yeah, so there's loads of little tiny things like that, but there's nothing really game breaking anymore in the base game of Hydro. And if there is, then it's probably been fixed, or if it hasn't and it's a brand new bug, we do say that the best thing you can do is just chuck it in and see what happens. 30 Day, how you doing, bud? Welcome in, by the way. Did you know if you open up the stream as a new window, you count as a second viewer? I didn't know this until I watched Spiffing Brit's video. He did it as a live stream. It was amazing. I might do 100 in real day Hydroneer challenge. It's alright. It's just a bit slow, that one. If you do that, YouTube will ban you. I don't know. No one got banned when they were doing it. It almost crashed, like Spiff's stream, but it didn't do that. He was testing it out basically on a live stream. It was pretty impressive to watch. I've played the game a lot now without creative, without anything. 99% of my, well, actually no, all of my videos up until mods started being a thing in like 1.6, 1.7, or was it just 2.0? I think it was 2.0 when mods came in. Up until then, I never used mods or anything. I played nearly 1,000 hours of this of Hybridsteel without mods. My first, the biggest build I did before everybody else, and I was doing it on live stream, is I put together a 100 drill build. This was before it all got optimized and worked properly, and filters worked. That was a big thing. So I put together a 100 drill build, and it took me like 30 hours to build it. So I spent 30 hours in game just building the machine, because everything had to be bought separately, done separately, everything separately, no mods, no nothing. And that was a beast of a boat. It looked like a boat. It looked like a warship. So yeah, I've spent close to 1,000 hours playing the game without mods. What I'll do, Justin, is I'll find that stream that Spiff did, and I'll send it to you. You can see his viewers go like skyrocketing because they just keep opening windows. Wasn't there one that had FPS went down? Yeah, so yeah, the first couple of versions of the game, FPS was ridiculous. It was horrific. I think I may have overfilled my stuff, because I'm not getting any notifications now. Yeah, it's been 100% for a while. Right, it's empty. It should really tell you how, like, when things are full. We used to get a notification saying you're losing gold. Apparently I don't get that notification anymore. So I don't know how long I've been filling these up with like 100% in them. It's gonna be fun. You need a second PC one. Yeah, dude, I mean, the ones I've got are fairly cheap actually. So the ones I use are, I think each monitor was only like 100-ish each. And they're just normal flat screens. They're just in a V shape. So I've got my left screen and my right screen, which I game on. The one above's for Discord and for other bits. It is useful, even I've got two monitors. Yeah, having two monitors. Two monitors is like, I would say, for your average user, two monitors is like ideal. And the reason why is just because you can be working on one monitor or talking and everything else, then you've got your game on the other. I think two is like standard now. Two's ideal. When you do like editing, streaming, this, that, and the other, and everything else, having three is like where I need to be, because I've just got everything working, and I don't have to like keep flipping screens and stuff. Right. Right, I need to go to the little hybrids room, so I will BRB. I'll turn the volume up. You guys can listen to the music whilst I'm not here. Oh, you can't, because I'm put Spotify now. Damn. Okay, let me just do something quick. Need to delete that off. I need to go on to my main stream. I need to clone Spotify. Copy. Why can I not copy you? Oh, that sucks. I should just be able to copy Spotify over. Properties. can copy you. Right, BRB. Oh yeah. And there you go. I think I'm back now. Right, let's do a clean. Pardon me. Feel better? Yeah. It's alright. Too much Pepsi Max? No. I don't think I've had that much actually, like saying that, I've just had. I mean, this was open before I started streaming, and we're only down to here, and it was about there. So I've only had like, I don't know, a couple of cans worth. It's not bad for like, I don't know, when did I start? Like 7. I'd say I'm doing all right. So I did like 2 hours on the last stream, an hour and a half on this one. It's 10:30. I've only got like half an hour left until I come off. Like I said, I need a reset before I go to bed, basically, in my head. I'm like, yeah, I need to just switch off before I go to sleep. And if I stream too late, I wake up the next morning, I feel like I've got a hangover. So I definitely don't want to keep doing that. Like that's only affected me in the last sort of, I would say just in the last couple of years, that's been like how that is. It's really annoying because it's like, I know why it's happening. It's like because I'm getting older. Your body's like, no, you need to slow down. It's not, no, the rest of me is like, no, carry on. You're 20 years old. You're fine. And the rest of me is just, the other part of me is like, no, you're not 20 years old. You need to chill. Good to spend a bit of time with the wife. Yeah, well, Kerry sits basically on the, we sit on the other side of the living room to each other. So if we ever need to talk, we do talk. It's just she does her thing and I do my thing. It's actually, I would say, and I know it sounds weird, but I think it's actually better. Like if you have, like you sit in the same room, but you sit in separate sections of the room, because then if you're having a pissed off day, you never really want to be like with anybody. You just sit there and just go and just sit in your own corner. Is this stream going to midnight? No, it's not going to midnight. I go to bed at midnight. Midnight is like midnight is the cut-off point. If I get like engrossed in something, yeah, midnight's the cut-off point. But most of the time I'm in bed by midnight because I'm up at 5. Every day I'm up at 5 o'clock. Even this morning, right? The kids woke me up at 5. They were in here watching something on YouTube because they've worked out how to turn this telly on and put it onto YouTube. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Right, and they weren't actually being too loud, so I was like, if you can keep the volume down and just like chill for a bit, I'll let you stay in here for a bit longer. So, and they were being all right, so I let them stay. But yeah, most of the time it's like 5 o'clock in the morning I'm up, and especially like during the school times, it's like, no, get them up, get them going. Here we go. Even though they're up at half, even though they're up at 5, they don't need to be up till like 6:30. Yeah, it's just joys of life. That's back at school, so they'll wake me up at 5. I'll come in here and I'll do like an hour and a half's worth of like Gold Rush, and then I'll get them ready for school. Just because I can. And I like it when it's like, yeah, I get up extra early. I don't just get up extra early just so I can play games. I get up extra early because my kids wake me up. Can I say publicly if I was beta testing? I'm not, by the way, because the Discord profile would likely say I was. Literally say it was. Yeah, so like I said, if you want to find out who's actually beta testing, you go on to anyone's profile and you can see them. But if they have like beta testing for DLC or whatever, then yeah, it's public knowledge. But you're not. The thing is if you are pulled into it, you're not allowed to talk about it at all. Well, yeah, you would be at that point. Yes, you would be allowed to say you are because it's public, but you are not allowed to talk about anything within the public knowledge. So you're allowed to talk about the trailer, like the actual public trailer that anyone can go off and watch now. But if you are pulled into beta testing, you are not allowed to talk about anything that is inside the game if you're playing it at all. Exactly. You can't, yeah, basically. If you get found out that you're talking about the beta or anything, and Max is like, you're under NDA, you can have your key revoked and you can be removed from the community. So he'll remove you from the Discord, he'll ban your key from the beta, and you'll be back to vanilla playing on your own without being able to talk to anybody. And I've had people in this chat before going, oh, I was banned from the Discord and I want to get back in. It's like, why were you banned? Oh, because I was doing... Yeah, well, that's the reason why you were banned, because you were being a turd, basically. I've had them in here before, and it's been... I can't do nothing. I'm not... I think it's because I play the game and I've made, like, a decent following on here. But people think I can actually do something. I can't do nothing. The only time I could ever do anything when I was in the Hybridsteel Discord... because I'm in there now. But the only time I had any power in the Discord was when I used to be a moderator. Because I used to moderate the Discord. And then, now I don't. And the reason why is just because, number one, I've got a short fuse with stupidity. So I was telling people straight, literally, you can't do this, blah, 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 blah. And then I started arguing with people. But then on the other part of it, I'm a content creator, so I'm not always around. The first one was the main reason why I'm not a moderator anymore. I was basically arguing with people who just didn't know what they were talking about. And I was just I was pushing them with facts and I wasn't giving up. And I was sort of quite hard-headed. I still am. But now I don't have that thing looming over my head. It's like, hey, if I keep doing this, I'm going to get banned myself. Yeah, it is. If you're in the Discord and you get pulled into beta, you get pulled into a section of the Discord that no one else can see. This is what happens in every testing ground. Like other Discords I'm in that I've been pulled in for testing before, you normally get pulled into a non-public version of the Discord or a different Discord altogether, which has happened to me as well. And then you sit there and you talk to other people that get pulled as well, and they're your only friends. They're the only people you're allowed to talk to. You're not allowed to talk to anybody else, and that's it. And that's happened. That's happened in several games I've done. You get pulled into a Discord, you get pulled into a separate Discord. There's you, 6 other people, and you basically test the game. You write beta reports, you write bug reports, and that's basically it. That's QA. Yo, you're not allowed. Don't tell anybody. And that's the simplest way of putting it. If you tell somebody outside of like anywhere, you get found out, you could be done for it. I just wouldn't mention it at all. Like let's say I got pulled into a brand new game, and I got pulled in to beta test a brand spanking new game that's just coming out in a couple of months' time, like I've done with like some of the demo stuff I've done, or like first impression videos. Most of those I get access for by the devs who are like, hey, do you want to come and test out our game? It's cool. I'll make a video because I'm allowed, right? And it'll be like, hey, I'm just testing this game. This is what I'm allowed to show you. Yada yada yada. Done. And that's basically it. That's all you're allowed to show. I wouldn't be allowed to talk about conversations I've had with the devs. I wouldn't be allowed to talk about anything. What you get given in a demo or first impression by a developer who's looking to push and hype their game is the public knowledge. You're not allowed to know anything else. And if you do know something else, unless you have been told by the dev, you can't talk about it at all. Yeah, well, there was a person who was banned from the from Discord when we were going through 2.0 testing. And when we were going through 2.0 testing, he let out a load of stuff. I think he was streaming it or he was making a video. As soon as Max found out it was done, this guy had his beta key revoked. He was pushed. He was thrown out of the community, and he was close to losing access to the game because of it. That breaks the NDA. You're basically up for push. You won't see anything else. I'm not sure if you can revoke a person's purchase though. I think that bit's fine, but you just wouldn't be allowed back into the Discord or be part of the community anymore, because what Max wants out of his community is he wants people to support the game, and that's the first and foremost. When it comes down to being part of like the nerd range, which is like where I am, you're basically seen as a trusted source of information. So me, Steve, Cherry, and a few others will sit there. I mean, to put this into perspective, going through old betas, you rewrite your sheets. Like all the stuff you've done before, all your notes and stuff, you have to redo them because things change. So this is why I made so many different videos. Like I made videos on like 1.7, 2.0, 2.1, 2.2. And it was like, the reason why is because things changed every single version of the game. So even my videos had to be changed. So question, what would happen if I was beta testing and like my parents walked in? For the record, they don't do it's just I gotta be honest, like if your parents walk in, then I don't think they're gonna be really bothered about what you're doing. It really doesn't matter at that point because those people aren't in the Hydroneer community, you know, and they probably don't know what Hydroneer is. So I think you'll be fine. But it's like it was like for me, because one of our friends came round the other day to drop off her daughter to have a play date with my kids, and one of her kids is like 13 years old, right? And I know he plays PC games, and I know he plays games online. He came round, I can turn off different things. I've had games where I've been beta testing, and I turned off one that I was beta testing for another developer, and I couldn't show him what was going on because I'm sitting there going, I can't show you because I know you play PC games, and I know if you see this, you're going to talk about it to somebody because you've got ADHD. So I was well careful because, yeah, that's a bad one. And you sit there going, I don't know if I should really show you this. So yeah, with your parents and stuff, it's fine, but with like younger people, like I know it sounds horrible, but like yourself, some kids don't have filters, so they tend to look at things and then they tell their friends about them. So yeah, your parents, probably not a bad thing. If you're looking at like somebody else, it's probably pretty bad. So yeah, I tried to, if I'm doing a beta test, I won't even let my kids see what I'm doing because they talk to their friends, and if their friends find out I'm beta testing something and I'm not allowed to show people, then technically I could have like any access I have revoked, because if someone finds out it was me, yeah, it could all go. So yeah, I look out for like, I mean, because we've got young kids, and then their friends do come round, and their friends have got big mouths. That's something I have to take into consideration for the game's NDA and security purposes. Sounds weird, I know, and it sounds really, really like petty, but it is something you have to look after because you're building up a trust circle with like the developers. There are several upsides to beta testing: helping out community and being a keeper of forbidden knowledge. Well, it's not so much forbidden, it's basically early access knowledge, and that's always quite fun. But I mean, the reason why I'd like to get like early access stuff is mainly because I make videos. So I want to learn how to play the game first. I want to do this, and that's what Max has always done for me in the past. Like, when I've been beta testing before, he's normally just gone, all right, okay, we're going to be releasing the game in like 2 weeks, or we're going to be releasing this version in 2 weeks. You can start making videos now. And I'll get the nod from him, and that's when I start cracking down. To put this into perspective, what will happen, I know, so this is my plan, and this was what will happen moving forward. Being granted access into Hydroneer, like DLC, I'll be like, yay, cool, I'm in, let's go. And then I'll test out what I need to and what I'm being asked to do. And then what I'll do is, from that point, Max will go, hey Hybrid, yep, okay, we're going to be dropping the DLC on the 5th of April, as you know. It's now blah 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 of March. You've got like a week, or you've got 2 weeks to do this. And at that point, I would have probably made a list of everything I need to cover in the DLC. And I'll be like, okay, I need to start with a beginner's guide, or I need to start with a grand tour, or that sort of thing. So I'll have all these things plotted out, ready to go in my head. And then what I'll do is I'll boot up a new save, I'll start a brand new game, and that's what I'll do. And it basically, I do a lot of recon before making videos. the problem is you have to learn how to do all this stuff again as well, because if there's like new drills or new this and new that and everything else that you've seen in the trailers, that's when you sit there going, okay, so I've got to look at, like, you know, what does this do and what does that do? You've got to learn how to use it first, and then try to convey that knowledge onto somebody else so they don't get so confused. So that's going to be one of the tasks. You know, getting into like new stuff is always fun, because you're like, yeah, I'm going in, and then you sit there going, shit, I've got to learn it all. It's always fun. I was going to say, do you reckon any mainstream YouTubers has ever gotten the game in early access to make videos for it? Yeah, when the game first released. So 1.2 was pretty much early access, because 1.3 was, I would say 1.3 was probably the more official version of the game when it came out. Diesel, Dre, Blitz, and a couple of other bigger YouTubers were playing Hydroneer to start with. Mainly anybody over the 50,000 subscriber mark had a copy of Hydroneer if they were asked for it. Max actually did it. I've got to be honest, Max did like the hype thing when it first came out. He did it properly, because what he did was he got hold of like bigger YouTubers to start with. So no small YouTubers had a copy of the game, just big ones, anything over 50k. And those people obviously had a bigger reach, so he would put the game out to those people first. And then he would then just sit there and just go da-dee-da-dee-da. People would join Discord, and then they would ask stupid questions like how to do this, how to do that. The game was really ropey in 1.2 to 1.3. I bought the game day one of release. I jumped in the community day one of release, and I saw all these questions coming through. Like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do it. I was like, yeah, I don't know how to do that either. If I learn it, then I could pass that knowledge on, and that's literally how I started with Hydroneer. And then I got seen as like the go-to guy for Hydroneer stuff. And it still happens that even if I finish the bloody game, I still get asked, hey, when's your next Hydroneer video? It's like, I don't need to make them now. I don't need to stream it anymore. I'm waiting for DLC. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. And it's been alright. I've enjoyed it. You know, and now I'm just waiting for the DLC to come out, because I think it's going to be fun. I hope it brings a lot more people back to the game, because it's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the untapped market was, I mean, the only people that were playing Hydroneer before that were people who were just playing the game. You know, like Dre and Diesel, and they were just making videos because they were like, hey, you know, we got this new game called Hydroneer, I'm going to go out and build whatever this is. And it was like, okay, cool. So what are you going to do with that? And they would just carry on. And you're like, okay, cool. So what about, you know, how do I do this? And no one was really explaining that. So I'm just resetting my mic volume. Which is what I sat there and just went, I think someone needs to start talking about this and how to do things. And even though it's a fairly simple game, and I'm going to be honest, once you've played it for a little bit, everyone sort of knows how the game works. But once you've got past that like simpletonness, you sort of understand the game, which is quite nice. A lot of people, when they first come into Hydroneer, haven't got a foggiest on even how to dig a hole. But yeah. What happened to that boat? Oh yeah, it was really cool. So it got disappeared because no one was really using it. And it was, yeah, basically we were able to make like candlesticks and like kettles and things like that. And I thought that was pretty cool. But then everybody either just used to just make blunderbusts because they were worth more money, or no one used it at all. And for what I understand, Max scrapped it off because no one was really using it. And he was trying to think of another way to bring it into the game. And I don't know if he will or not, but it was a good idea while it lasted, but less and less people used it because they just saw it as, what's the reason, why am I doing this and what am I doing it for? I think a lot of people, when they play Hydroneer, you're looking for a reason to do stuff. You know, you want to build like a big mine, you want to do this, that and the other, but then you sit there going, so why am I doing this? I'm just literally making like candlesticks at this point. Why is that so off-centered? What happened? Oh, flip's sake. Very strange. There we go. Do you reckon Max will reuse the model of the ship to Volcaldius? Yes, because if you saw the screenshot he posted up and the one that I put in my community feed. Give me a sec. Let me just bring up my community feed. Because I did bring it up as a public thing. Because he's put up a screenshot. I'm like, yep. The community. Got to go back a few months because that's when he posted the picture. So this. Let me just pull up my display capture. That was the screenshot we all saw. Can't make it any bigger. But what this guy is standing on is a boat, and there's a boat in the background here as well. So there's a boat here, and he's standing on a boat. I'm like, cool. So yeah, they've basically repurposed the old boat from the first version and put it into this game. So I think it's just a static model, which is fine, but it's in the game. But I like the look of this village. This is pretty cool. I just like the fact it's basically Hydroneer, just bigger and better, and a massive volcano in the background. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really am. So if there's any questions anybody wants to answer, I'm willing to. Actually, you know what? We'll just go into my just chatting window because I've got a few things to like save up and do. And there we go. So I'm just going to save. This is the part of the stream where we just chill for 5 minutes and be like, yo, dude. I'm just going to save it. I always do double save because I'm strange. Do you reckon they'll make a whole new soundtrack for the DLC? Potentially. I mean, the only thing I can say is maybe, it's depending on what they say. I mean, I wouldn't see why they would, but I also wouldn't see why they wouldn't. You know, if you've got a good soundtrack, which they have, you could just carry that over, and I don't think anyone's really going to care. But if they bring in new songs and stuff, then it's all good, right? And at the end of the day, it is up to them. If they're gonna pay a musician to do another load, so be it. I mean, he's got the money to do it, so he knows what he's doing. And if he does, it might just set the tone for the game. So you just have to, again, you have to sit there and just go, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, just Jane. I'm gonna have a drink. Hasn't the soundtrack been there since the first release? Yeah, it has. It's been awesome. And I've got to be honest, I barely listen to it anymore. And the reason why is because when I'm streaming, I listen to I listen to the lo-fi music. So I never really hear the soundtrack anymore. The only time I'll hear the soundtrack is if I ever just play on my own. And even then, I'm sitting here and I'll watch TV shows. So I don't even hear background music. There you go. Anyways, if no one else has got any questions or bits and pieces, I'm going to head off. It's been awesome. Sorry about the jitter before, the router reset, and we basically had to split this into 2 streams. But I want to say thank you very much for coming by. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed yourself, hit the like, subscribe, notification button below for all other updates. And if you want to help support the channel, you can either just hit subscribe, or you can become a member, or you can go and buy some merch at the store. And if you do want some free stuff every now and then, head into my Discord in the free game section, type /free, and the bot will find you some free games that are on offer right now. And until my next video, live stream, or whatever else I do on this channel, peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do, and have a great rest of your day, weekend, day, month, whatever time you're watching this. Bye bye for now. Ah, boom! Fist bump to you.